Hi everyone, Anya here. So I decided to come back to record another podcast episode, and this time we're going to be talking about a topic which I'm really interested in, and that's crystals and their powers, properties, just crystals in general. So how did I even get into crystals? I remember I was already living in Prague, so it could be like 5 years ago approximately. My grandma gifted me a bracelet, and it was this pink bracelet made of rose quartz beads and clear quartz beads, I believe, too, and then also some artificial beads. And at that time I knew nothing about crystals, but I loved the bracelet, so I just put it on and started wearing it and didn't really think about anything. I didn't even know that I knew nothing about the purpose of the crystals. I knew nothing about the protective crystals and receiving versus giving and the hands and dominant and non-dominant. I just didn't know anything. I felt like this would go well on my left hand, and I just popped it on. And I was wearing it for approximately a year, I think. And then the bracelet suddenly snapped. And at the moment when it snapped, I was on a date with my boyfriend. We went to get some food. And as we came to the restaurant, the bracelet just snapped in the restaurant. So me, him, and the server were running around just picking up these little pink beads everywhere. And only later I got to know about citrine and that it attracts love, and actually about the left hand receiving. So I actually placed it right without even knowing. And since then I kind of started to get interested in crystals. I even talked to my grandma because she was the one who gave me the crystal, and she said that this happens when the crystal just finishes its job, and it did. But usually there might be some intention or something which you give the crystal, like a mission to fulfill. But I don't really remember any of us just giving any intention, anything. Definitely for me, I didn't even know that was a thing, so I didn't do anything like that. And my grandma, she said she also did not, so I don't know. But still could be especially with rose quartz, just attracting love. Maybe it could be just by itself without any extra intention. And then it snapped, and since then I started to get really interested in all kinds of crystals. I was reading about them, I was reading about the properties, characteristics, what they are good for, how to find a good crystal, just everything. And then I believe it was 2022 that I got myself my first ever custom made bracelet with chosen crystals. And I remember at the time I was kind of struggling with confidence, and I really wanted to build some boundaries, be confident about having boundaries, because I used to be a huge people pleaser, and I just felt like it was the time for me to get some boundaries. So I grabbed a tiger's eye paired with citrine, and I gave it intention to help me become more confident, and also to support me while I go and set my boundaries. And it lasted for approximately 1 year. And in 2023, right before I was moving in with my boyfriend, the bracelet just snapped. And it snapped in a moment where I set a boundary with somebody close to me, and at that moment the bracelet just snapped, and I knew that okay, it finished the mission. So then for as a next bracelet for my next birthday, because usually I would give these bracelets, I would get them made and give them like, okay, it was my birthday, so it's like a little gift for myself. But also I got custom made bracelets for my boyfriend too. The first one we shared the same, and the second one too. And then since the third one, I started to focus like on different stones according to what he might need. So the second one was black tourmaline with a sunstone. And I remember finding the black tourmaline just randomly because we went to a museum and they also have like a crystal exhibition, and I was just walking around the crystals, appreciating everything, and suddenly my boyfriend found a stone which he really liked, and I remember the name, and then I googled the stone to see what properties it has and what it does, how can it be used, and just to know more about the stone. And I found out that it's actually a really good protective stone which protects you from negative energy. And at that time I really needed that, because there was a lot of chaos around me and a lot of negative energy around me, and some of them were like caused by myself setting proper boundaries. Some of them were just random. I don't know like what was happening exactly, but there was just a lot of chaos. And so I decided to get this combination of black tourmaline to protect from negative energy and sunstone to like help get some positivity in our lives. And I remember this bracelet lasted like 6 months. I got it for my birthday in 2024, and then it like 2023 or 4, I'm not sure. 2023 probably. I got it for my birthday, and then in December, when we were celebrating the new year, we were happy, safe with our friends, enjoying life, enjoying just everything, and it snapped. And I was like, okay, this was fast. And so I got another crystal bracelet, another like custom made one, and this one has black tourmaline for protection again, and then it has tiger's eye. And once I first started with the crystals, I felt like for my confidence, tiger's eye and citrine was like the more gentle combination, so then it would not be too harsh. But as I'm evolving and I'm like working on myself, I can handle more. So tiger's eye is kind of like stronger and like a different level of confidence. So that's why I took it, and I have it. I still have it. It's still holding well, so I believe I still need whatever the stone is like supposed to help me with. And also I had, in the meantime, I think I bought it like October 2023, I got a moonstone. I saw it on Instagram, on my favorite Instagram about crystals, Linda's Jewelry. She does amazing skits, and she has like really beautiful rings and earrings and just everything with crystals. And so I like watching her and I like learning from her. And so I saw something about moonstone on her profile. At that time I didn't really know much about moonstone, and so I checked it out, and I saw that it's boosting intuition and it's helping you to see real faces of people around you, and also to like help you find out toxic people, and just so it's like easier for you to get rid of them. And I felt like that was what I needed at the time, because I moved to a new position at work in October 2023, and there was just so much chaos and like so much bad energy, and I didn't know whom to trust, because some people around me, I thought that they were my friends, and suddenly they turned their backs on me. So I really wanted to like know what is the real, like who are the real people around me and who are fake. And I got the moonstone. I gave it a purpose of showing me the real faces of people around me and help me get rid of toxic people and boost my intuition. And the crazy shit show started because Moonstone is a strong stone, and I got really a lot of toxic people around me at the time. So slowly I started discovering whom I cannot trust, and it was quite a lot of people actually. And this stone lasted for 2.5 years, and it broke literally this Sunday, last Sunday. It was 22nd of February, I think, 22nd of February 2026, my bracelet broke. And I realized it was finally the time when I saw all the real faces of all people around me. So now the bracelet could just snap and I can let it go. And it's interesting that it took so long, but I guess it cannot be done in a few months. There are some things where it takes time before the people show you the real face. And it happened right after I named that I see there was one more person that I was not sure about, and I was not sure what to think about her, and I felt something felt off about her, and I didn't know what. So I tried to give her some time. At first, when she first arrived, my intuition was telling me she's off, but I didn't really pay attention because back then she was able to give me something that I really needed. So then I just talked with her, get to know her, and slowly after some time something started feeling off again. And at the time I was okay, maybe I should trust my intuition at this point. And then the crystal snapped right after I realized what the real face of this person is. And I was talking about it with my friend, and once I told my friend hey, I noticed this person is in real life, she's this. And then at the moment the crystal probably knew okay, my mission is gone, my mission is done. And the next day I was walking to a shop and I just pulled a sleeve of my sweater. I didn't even touch the crystal bracelet out. I just pulled the sleeve and suddenly the bracelet snapped. So then I knew that it did its job, and I cleansed it, I charged it again, and maybe I'm gonna reuse it in the future. But right now it's just charging and cleansing, and it doesn't have any specific purpose now because it already finished what it was supposed to, and there's no new purpose at this moment. And I was searching for another stone, and that's when we are getting to what I actually wanted to talk about, because crystals are really amazing, and you can feel their energy if you really focus while you're holding the crystal. I'm a big deal, but my throat is kind of dry. If you really focus on the crystal and the energy, you can feel it. And I was searching for I'm not gonna say a replacement, because as you know, we evolve, and during those almost 3 years that I got my moonstone, I evolved. So now it's not a replacement, I just need another stone for another mission. That's how I would call it. And so I was holding all the stones that I have, and I was writing down what I felt, and according to that I was choosing what I want. And let me tell you, for example, with citrine, I have 2 pieces of citrine. One is the natural one, and the other one is lighter color and has this smooth surface. I don't know how it's called, but just smooth surface versus a natural stone. And for the smooth stone and the lighter yellow, I felt there's warm field around the stone, and I kind of felt a bit of joy and energy while holding the stone. Then for the darker piece of natural citrine, I felt a reset basically. I was holding the stone and suddenly I just wanted to sleep. and it was super strong. I just could not keep my eyes opened. For some reason, it just made me like super sleepy. And then I have tiger's eye. And with tiger's eye, I was like really, I really love how it looks like all the colors and stripes, and it's shiny, and I just love it. And I actually like the appearance of the stone captivated me more. But once I held the stone in my hand, I didn't feel anything too special. I think it's also because I already have one tiger's eye, which is already programmed for something. So then maybe like I'm not supposed to get another stone of like the same type. Then I tried fluorite. I really loved how it looks like, because there's these gentle purple and blue stripes in the stone, and I just loved it so much. And once I held the stone, it felt like somebody opened a window in my head. And like, I'm not joking, I felt this coldness and like the freshness in my head. At first I thought I forgot the window open, but no, the window was closed, and still I felt this kind of like fresh breeze, something like you would really open the window and then the wind blows and suddenly there's like fresh air and coldness, and like it gets chilly. So that was the effect of the stone. But all of that was like in my head, like somebody opened the window in my brain. And it was nice. It was like cooling, like mental refresh. But I didn't really feel like the stone was it. Like, yeah, for some like cooling, refresh, whatever, I can just hold the stone that I have at home, but I could not imagine myself just having like having this as a bracelet on me every day. So then I continued searching for amethyst, which I also have at home. I know that this stone is really relaxing and calming and just to make you relax, and the effect on me is that it makes me sleepy, like super sleepy. And I was holding it for a bit, and suddenly I felt so sleepy, so I was like, no, this is not the stone. And then I moved to lapis lazuli. This one was like super overwhelming. Once I held it in my hand, my heart started racing so fast, and I felt like super uncomfortable, and I felt like, okay, this is not it, this is like too strong. For malachite, which I tried after, it felt heavy. Like I felt like it was suddenly hard to breathe. So then I put the stone aside, and I was like, no, this is not the stone for this moment too. Then I tried my moonstone, which was already cleansed and recharged, but did not have any specific purpose. For the moonstone, it just put me to sleep as well. Like, it made my breathing a bit easier, so I felt like I could breathe easier, but then I would just like crash and go to sleep. Aventurine, I tried next. I felt like my breathing was natural. I didn't notice any changes, like it was not easier, it was not heavier, it was just the same. But once I was holding it in my hand, I felt like a slight tingle in the fingers around the stone, and could be some kind of energy spark. And then I tried clear quartz, and this might sound crazy because like I know that clear quartz is like boosting everything. It's super strong stone, and I usually use it just for charging my stones because it's so powerful, and I have really like a big respect from this stone as it's like so powerful. So with clear quartz, I usually hold it just for a few seconds when I place my stones on or like around it. So I never really held it in my hand for a long time. And also, as it's near my selenite, those two get like constantly cleansed and recharged. So I believe it's stronger than when I got it, but I tried holding it in my right hand and left hand, like both of them. And it was super powerful. Like at the moment when I was holding the stone for more than 3 seconds, suddenly my chest started vibrating. Literally my whole chest was vibrating, and my heart started beating so fast. And like, as I said, I know that this is like an amplifier stone, but it just felt like ultra power, and it was kind of interesting. But it shocked me for a bit, and I was also like taken aback because this was way stronger than what I expected. So then and of course I was like trying my crystals in the evening, and I was supposed to go to sleep and get up next morning for work and be okay. So at the moment, once I decided it was a great idea to touch my clear quartz like 1 a.m. in the morning, let my chest vibrate, and my heart beat so fast, then I could not calm down, because like the stone just boosted me so much, and like how do I calm down, right? So then I tried amethyst. It did not work. I tried the citrine because it made me fall asleep, literally. It did not work. I tried my moonstone, as it also made me fall asleep. Did not work. And I was like, oh shoot, what I'm gonna do? So then I just went to the bed. I was just hoping that I'm gonna fall asleep. I fell asleep like almost 2 hours later. The next day for work, I woke up completely broken. And I also gifted some crystal bracelet to my colleague. And of course, I gave her also the clear quartz for charging the stone. So of course, I had to warn her to please do not hold it in your hands for so long, like longer than a few seconds, for you just like to move it from place to place. Please don't hold it for too long, or it might have crazy effects on you. And so that was a really powerful experience. And at the end, I just felt like kind of drawn to sunstone. I had it before, but it was paired with different crystals. It got different powers, like a different intention back then. So my new intention was to, because with moonstone, I was like evolving, learning to be assertive, see real people, like see the real faces of people around me, just trust my intuition. And for the sunstone, the purpose is to help me embody the new me. So then it's like easier and more comfortable for me, because right now, as I just learned it, it's like I sometimes like still feel weird when I, let's say, have to assertively respond to my boss or something. And I just want it to be completely natural. I want to own it. I want to embody fully and just get used to it. And that's what I gave as a purpose for my sunstone. And when I held the sunstone in my hand, I felt this, the stone was like nicely cold, and I felt this chill feeling in my chest, like something like right before you would fall asleep, this like calmness. It was not as chill, like as cold, but it was super calm, super calming. And I just felt like, yes, this is it. I chose the right stone. So this is my newest stone to my collection. Of course, I loved most of the stones, even though their effect on me was not the best, but I still like love the color, love the shape and stuff. And I believe one of them might get chosen later, once I like reevaluate. Once the time comes and once my sunstone snaps and I'm gonna be searching for a new stone, I'm gonna do the same thing, just hold them one by one and feel how I feel about them. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna be choosing my next stone. The only bad thing about this is that, like, I can still visit crystal shops to like choose my crystals in the crystal shop, but the bad thing about this is like I cannot concentrate properly. Like there's so many people and the music is playing and the door is constantly opening, and I just, even if I try to hold the crystal and just like stay still and just feel what it gives me, I cannot, because there's just so many other things interrupting me. So I probably will be trying again with my current collection to like touch the crystals that I have. I have pretty wide collection already, so I can just try it with my new collection. And if I'm not feeling any of the stones, I can just like go read about stones online and just see, like, according to the descriptions, what I feel and how I feel. But yeah, anyway, this is my crystal journey, and it's been going on for like 5 years now. And it's really interesting how I got from a person who knew nothing to a person who's able to use intuition to choose and feel crystals. It's amazing. I love it. And yeah, I even helped a few of my friends choosing their crystals, and life is great with them. So that's what I wanted to say, and I forgot what I wanted to say now. Oh yeah, thank you for listening, and hope you like this episode. Bye.